And welcome back to another video.
Yep. Very excited for both the gameplay, the people playing, and also something else.
Yeah, we have our registration open for our first annual tournament grounds.
Yeah.
And I believe we're almost at half capacity as the filming of this video.
Yep, it filled, that half capacity filled up pretty fast. So as soon as we made our first announcement, and it's still, the number is still going up, which is obviously nice to see. It's very good to see the community coming together to compete, to play for fun, meet some artists. There's lots available, lots of good prizes and giveaways. All the information, anyways, is in our
video description.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a previous video.
Yeah, we released
channel,
a video
so with all the details, giveaways, and appearances from Heidi.
All the amazing things you can expect on May 16th of 2026. So check out the description and check out that last video, and we hope to see you there.
And going into your Corruptor deck, which I've personally played against, and it's quite the thing to see in action, honestly.
It can be pretty crazy. The motivation to build it came mostly from wanting to see if I could find the next Steam Druid deck, without being Druid.
Yeah, I was going to mention that's 99% water and fire.
Yeah.
Just splashed in a little bit of air.
Well, just to get that out of the way fast, it's hard for me to play Corruptor and not play air for carry a net and Grandmaster Wizard, right? You can carry, because he becomes undead, so you can carry a net the Grandmaster Wizard for 3. So you play the Grandmaster Wizard, draw 3, it dies, carry a net, draw 3. Lady of the Lake it back into play, draw 3. As we've heard time and time again, I love to draw cards, and
then you could sack it to Sinister Pawn. Yeah, so just
but the most important thing for me to why I chose Corruptor as my Steam Druid successor, even though it might actually be Necro, but that's a side story, is because Den of Evil and Pawn are basically 8 of the same site in this deck, in a sense, because your beasts are monsters, so they're also evil. So now you have 8 pawns, essentially. So you can basically play your cat much more, like you have a higher chance of actually getting the cat on turn 2. I put the Gyre Hippogriffs in to stay in line with the aggro plan of the Steam Druid, and also it's a beast.
Airborne and charge. Yeah, so it's just a good, for sure, avatar.
The double air thresh can be awkward if you're trying to be a fire water aggro deck, but because you have 8 pawns and all those effects get rid of the need for threshold, I figured I'll take the chance. And also I found, because we have 8 of these cards, so 8 cards to fix threshold issues, the deck kind of justifies, in my opinion, more than any other deck, the playing of a greedy threshold base, because it gives you more time to actually find and fix that threshold while you cheat threshold with cards like Den of Evil and Pawn. So
playing a Morgana on turn 2.
Morgana becomes undead also.
That's pretty filthy.
Which is another target for carry a net, let's not forget, right?
That's true.
Yeah, so, and especially with like Apprentice Wizard to back up, and Rasputin, who himself is a spellcaster, and also probably the best ally for evils, for evil minions, you have a lot of chances to actually cast Pact with the Devil.
Well, I'm surprised there's a lot of deck lists that have Blaze of Glory and Warp Spasm. I'm surprised you don't have that in your deck list. Is there a reason?
Not
being like a really aggressive. I mean, you've got a lot of. Balor of Evil Eye, Ruler of Thul, the Monstrous Lions, the Hippogriffs. I mean, you got a lot of these aggressive style minions.
It's more just like, I think maybe like not thinking about it. There's already so many good cards I had to like not put in and cut, and it's very tight to find the right slot. So, I mean, it's not a finished deck list, and that's definitely something to consider. I've been enjoying it in Witch, just to bring her up. Mandatory, have to bring her up again.
Yes, of course.
But no. I believe in the card. I've been seeing it, and I will try with it. I just must have not squeezed it in here. But anyways, let's go into JS's deck.
Yeah, so this is an interesting deck build. It's air, water.
Air, water, so no fire. So no fire. No wildfire today.
Yeah, no wild. Now, I was noticing earlier, I don't know how I feel about having a Omphalos and a Garden of Eden in the same deck.
Yeah,
because it's the player it still counts as the player drawing the card,
right? So it affects the Omphalos.
So it affects the Omphalos, but
I mean, at 1 card plus potentially Riptide, this can shut down some serious decks and strategies. Like, in fact, if he plays Garden of Eden in our game right now, like my deck relies so heavily on that. The first thing I expressed was Grandmaster Wizard and Carrionet to draw and right? So yeah. Like this can be backbreaking for certain decks, especially greedy ones like the ones that I built. So it might be worth shutting down a whole deck in exchange for like 4 of your own cards, kind of thing. Because I think that maybe the most important part of the deck is not so much relying on this card draw. It's just that it fits perfectly into the deck because it's the right elements, right? But I guess
it's got some pretty beefy minions. I mean, you got Lord of Lies, which lately has been appearing in a lot of decks, and I can understand why. Just playing against it is really, really with swap and everything.
Swamp and cards like River Rapid and Riptide and Grapple Shot, which can bring him in immediately, right? So he has a chance of striking and doing his fight ability on the same turn he enters, kind of thing. So you have a lot of chances to actually get value out of him immediately, even though he's written as a card that's supposed to wait 1 turn before he can really mess the board up. He can still use his ability right away, but sometimes you're just too far away, right? Because you have to play it on your own site, and you don't build into them or whatever. But it's interesting to see the reliance, like the heavy dependence on water. I mean, water is so strong this set, of course, as we all know. I don't see Flood very often, but it makes sense. Your opponents are already probably playing a lot of water sites, and if they're not, you can force that, and then you have combination with this Undine, right?
Yes.
She just gets massive
+1 power for each
site in the body of water.
So powerful.
If you're not playing against water, at the end of the day, this thing still smashes for 4, right? Once you animate it with
and
the
it's pretty heavy
ability.
on the aura count too, 22. Yeah. Acid Rain is interesting. I had that in my original Enchantress builds. I've since actually cut out water, but I might have to reintroduce water. It has a lot of cards going for it. Yeah. I mean, Atlantean Fates, obviously.
So, as a quick side note, he mentioned JS mentioned that he worked with Carl to build to fine tune this, and Carl does love his Mariner's Curses. So it's good to see the consistency is still there.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And of course, we're playing Koinixie and Thin Ice. So let's get into the game and see what kind of things we do to each other.
So, I'm curious to see how this is going to play out, because my original Enchantress build had water in it, and I felt like some of the auras were good, but I felt fire as well provided some.
Yeah. Well, here...
And I wanted to try something a little different, but I mean, like with Silence, Atlantean Fate, Mariner's Curse, you could kind of play that control-ish kind of play style while having aggressive minions, so it gives you the best of both worlds.
Well, especially with the power of the water cards that they release, like Koinixie, Thin Ice, and River Rapids. It's really it's like water can provide you a lot of support even outside of the auras. So if it's actually quite scary. And also we saw in his hand he has Mesmerism.
Oh jeez.
So for a deck like me that wants to play a card like Sinister Pawn and transform my mortals into bigger demons and bigger monsters and evil stuff, I'm not happy that he's got a Mesmerism in his hand and a site that gives him 2 water threshold, which pays for 4 of the half of the 4, right?
Like when I'm playing against water, I don't know if I'm more terrified of Lord of Lies or Mesmerism
or Lilith or okay, so we're seeing a pawn. Do I get to actually do anything with it?
Yeah, it always feels bad when you play a pawn and you can get the benefit,
the value,
from casting something for 1 less. Oh,
yeah,
seems like you pass a turn.
So I'm trying to think like if I can remember what I had in my hand. It's very possible I had a second pawn.
Okay,
and I have like a turn 3 play, because there's a reason. Like I'm not gonna just play the pawn for no reason, right? I probably have a more important site in my hand or another one. Perilous Bridge is very good for Enchantress, especially because your auras enter as non-minions and they're already on the bridge, so they can kind of they can pseudo cross the bridge. Okay, there it was. So I guess I must not have a beast that I can play on 4. I must be missing the beast in my hand, so I prioritize getting the Hellhound instead of wasting the Molten Mar, right? And like hoping I draw a beast on the next kind of top deck. So I mean, it is what it is. Definitely not what I'm trying to do with
okay, River Rapids. Interesting.
I've been playing a lot against River Rapids with like Julien, and sometimes he plays River Rapids with the Void next to it, and he just he pulls you into the river rapids, and the rapids pushes you into the void, and then you just that's
disgusting.
Yeah, because then he didn't even use a spell to do that, right? It was just like the sight's in play, kill the minion, and then he still has the cards in his hand now.
Yeah,
it's very rough. Oh, here's a little brain fart. I tapped my Hellhound to play a sight by accident, so I just moved back. Yeah, so he riptided me into the pawn, which is annoying because of the bridge, right? So
yeah.
Takes me another turn to deal 3 damage to him.
Well, that's the whole point. I feel like when I was playing Enchantress that you're wanting to establish your board state and you need a bit of time. You need like turn 3, turn 4, turn 5 to really get that engine going of playing the auras and now starting to apply the pressure to the opponent.
I also find when you play against the Enchantress, it's very important to build this T.
Yeah, this T, kind of like not to play like 4 sites in the square.
Yeah, and also because I get to keep 17 and 19 free. He can never play an aura there and then animate it to kill me. He has to find a way to fill those 2 voids.
Yeah.
So if you can even build across to 11 and 15, let's say, you'll have the whole lower base blocked off, and then you build on 16 and 20, and it creates this perfect void such that your sites can't be attacked and your avatar is safe in the back row.
Well, that's when my build, I put, I'm not playing water, but I'm playing earth. So Rift Valley allows you to push those sites, and then creating that full... Yeah. Well, then all of a sudden you could like suddenly attack with your aura that your opponent thought you couldn't. You know?
And Earth also gives you access to sow the Earth, right? So you can actually just play
exactly.
A site into the void. So interesting that so JS took a turn off of committing to the board so he can get some card advantage, which gives me a chance to build into him with a Den of Evil and a Lord of Lies that's cheated.
Ooh.
And but here's the thing, right? I already have so much damage on board. Maybe playing the Lord of Lies was just overcommitting against a control deck. Like maybe it was just not worth it. But I mean, I can make them fight. I can attack for 3. It was like 9 damage. Plus now I have a threat of a 6/6, which can attack into the bridge on 8.
Yeah.
Right. But little do I know, JS has that mesmerism in his hand. So things are going to turn for the worst.
How does it feel? Because you do it to me all the time. Somehow you just draw that one unique that just like crushes my soul.
Sorcery, the uniquing sometimes.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
But then you have cards like Whirling Blades, right, which are exceptionals and probably should be a unique. That card is outrageous. That card is outrageous.
Yeah, it's definitely
But this is really rough because he can choose to attack me for 6 now that he controls my card, or he can just start moving in and clear my board, and then like I got to deal with a 6 power now, right? I wasn't ready to deal with. I wanted to make him have to deal with it, and now he's making me deal with it, and I'm trying to attack him with 3 power guys. It's very scary position. Like that one card shifted the momentum so hard.
Is he gestured like as if he wants to fight?
Yeah, he thought it was nearby.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he's using the
but then after
the river to push it into Good.
Yeah, no, I have to. I mean, I did deal 9 damage to him, right? And I'm going to be able to.
Yeah. So I mean, you still have,
but
the Inos.
I gotta like. Here's the moment where I need to draw my Saracen or my Red Cat. Like some kind of thing that charges and deals damage and puts and maintains the pressure. If I can put something on 7 and attack on 2, I'm in a good position. If I can't do much, then the swing of the mesmerism will become too backbreaking. Like I must continue to put pressure. It's just really rough. Anything that doesn't charge right away is too at risk of being close by to the Lord of Lies, which with water tricks he can just keep
push around. It'd be hilarious if you just pulled like an infiltrate, just your own minion back.
Yeah. But here I think I make a mistake. I put this succubus here, and this is just well, it's not so much a mistake. It's more like this just dies so easily. He just moves into the river. The river pushes the Lord of Lies, and then they fight. Right?
Yeah.
But the thing is like if I put it on 12, and he can just attack on 7, and then I block, and it's the same thing. It dies. If I put it on 13, he gets free 6 damage on 7. Like, it's all kind of bad. Yeah. I don't know. So I figured I would put this in a place maybe where I would encourage him to keep focusing on killing minions and attacking me. Because if I can put 3 damage in his face while he deals with a minion, then like I can keep pressure on him. I don't know.
Are you playing Disintegrate in your deck?
I'm not. No, again, not because I don't want to or because it's wrong. It's just like it was just been really tough for me to find cards to cut.
Cards to cut. Okay.
The deck list actually does look different now. I did make some changes, not necessarily as a result of this game, just because I wanted to keep tweaking. Cause,
obviously that's the whole part. So that's the fun of deck building. You just like even my decks always evolve over time. You change 1-2 cards here, and then a month later it looks slightly different.
Yeah. So now he's giving me a vampire to deal with as well, which is
lovely.
Which is not good because I already can't deal with the Lord of Flies. I mean, I do have Infiltrate in my deck. Let me pull up the list again. I have Infiltrate and Swap. I can maybe.
You got Death Dealer too. So.
Oh yeah, I think I'm actually trying to build towards that. Maybe I don't remember.
Well, you got what, 6 mana? Piper?
So Piper is very bad. I remember also that was another thing. This is not the game for me to be drawing my Succubus and Pied Piper, right? Succubus is for the aggro matchup and Piper is for the necro matchup, and they're just completely weak and useless versus Enchantress. So that was a bit unfortunate also. But it is what it is. Like I said, he's at 8. We're not too far away here from dooring him. So I'm still at 20. So I just got to keep fighting the good fight.
Oh, your minion definitely putting in the work. 3 damage, chipping away.
I actually wanted to mention that his list is not playing Ino, and I wonder if it's just because it doesn't go with the theme, or they just don't believe. I feel like Ino is almost a free inclusion because it's just kind of like passive damage, Yeah. So even if it's slow and it takes like 2 turn cycles to get its damage in, it's still a very hard to deal with minion that's getting chip damage in constantly for 3.
Definitely, yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to evaluate 100%.
Okay, so JS getting his first damage in.
Yeah, luckily for me with the rule change, no life gain.
Yeah. That would be disgusting.
Ruler of Hell would have been good for me, Maybe I put Pied Piper on square 18 with my avatar, and then I get a Ruler of Hell next turn. But,
Nope. Yeah, that's another thing too. When I'm playing against water decks, I try not. Sometimes it's just you have to be always cautious because the opponent could have Ruler of Thul, and just come in swinging from the other side, and so it's water. Since the release of Gothic has become really, really powerful, and it's that much harder to play against. I feel there's a lot of variables. There's a lot of things that manipulate movement. So the site placement is a lot more difficult, I feel. Not that site placement it's more difficult, but you have to be more methodic on how you position your sites. Yeah. So he's got abundance.
So that's what I mean. Coming in on number set on site 7 to give me access to attack into the Perilous Bridge is really good. If I got my aggro cards and not my two unique, an elite and a unique that don't.
Yeah.
Because now that site placement is actually a liability for me, right? He's able to attack into it now that he's taking control of the game. I mean, his abundance is affecting it, so I do get an extra mana from the abundance, which is nice.
That's true.
But I mean, this abundance is gonna, benefit him a lot more, and now he can attack on site 7, so he doesn't have to worry about crossing the bridge once he animates his abundance. He just attacks my site. My Den of Evil. Sure. So, in the end, the Den of Evil is backfiring, but mesmerism is mesmerism.
Yeah, so I mean, this would be a lot different game if he didn't have that mesmerism.
Yeah, it's certainly hard to evaluate.
Okay, browse
2, 4, 6, 7. So I have 7 mana plus 1. So I have 8. Oh, I think there's a Death Dealer.
Yeah, I think it's probably needed.
Yeah, it's just a shame I can't get 3 more damage from this, I know. And also the Pied Piper's in the wrong place because the way Sinister Pawn works is it's a transform ability. So if you transform your mortal into another mortal or undead, because mortals are evil in Corruptor, and it has a battle genesis, it doesn't trigger. So I can't turn the Pied Piper into a Death Dealer. But I do have the 7 mana for it. And the Thresh. It is too far a threshold, right?
Death Dealer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But worst case scenario, I played a Den of Evil this turn, so I could just play it there, and it would be
be okay.
It would be okay. Yeah, so I'm pointing to the abundance to say I have 1 extra mana, and I guess I play the... Yeah, I got the Death Dealer, yeah. Oh, no. Wait, we just talked about this. But it... Oh, okay.
Okay.
There's a little cut because we realized and we fixed.
Yeah. Because Genesis doesn't trigger.
Yeah, but I mean, I could still technically play the Death Dealer on the pond where the Pied Piper was, because I did have the mana for it. Yeah,
you could have just played it there anyway, so it wouldn't have changed anything.
Yeah,
but
that was a pretty big cut. Okay, yeah, this is a kind of annoying now, the flood, because now he's just extending, because even he turns his bridge into a water site now too, right?
Yeah.
So he's just expanding the body of water. Oh yeah, so animate the abundance, play Coin Nixie, bring in with the Coin Nixie, River Rapids pushes, and abundance kills the Death Dealer. That's
rude.
Quite elaborate.
And not to mention he's got 3 cards with the Omphalos there, so who knows what he has at this point?
Yeah. I was teasing Carl at Abyss when he asked me why I wasn't playing Coin Nixie and Thin Ice in one of my decks, and I told him it was because it was cliche.
Yeah,
but I mean,
Shots
obviously,
fired.
It's obviously like
it's out of love. Sorry,
but also, I mean, come on, like the card is incredible, right? Like, the boost it got in Gothic with River Rapids and Thin Ice and all this. It's just an incredible card. Like, this is insane. Like, the fact that he was able to move me 3 squares.
And surprisingly, I noticed even the price has slowly creeped up for Nelly Longarms too.
Nelly, interesting. I don't see enough of her.
Not too much, but like just the past couple of months has gone up a few dollars, and I think people are exploring that as a alternative to Coin Nixie.
Alternative? You mean like in addition to?
In addition to, or maybe an alternative, because like Nelly could like basically shoot the projectile.
But I mean, I think Koi will always be played before Nelly.
Koi is maybe you could just explore, play both, play one, play the other.
Because the forced movement with Coin Nixie is so valuable, and like it's immediate too, right?
Yeah, that's true.
The potential is
Nelly you have to tap. So
yeah, like Carl. Actually, to keep talking about Carl, his issue with Nelly Longarms is the predictability of it, right? Like you see it played, it takes a turn, and like you know it's coming, so you can kind of play around it, and then when it happens, it's not as strong as say like Pudge Butcher, which has the same issue of being predictable, right? But Pudge is a 5 power.
Yeah,
so
that's true. Yeah, this card, Balor of Evil Eye, is so good.
Happy to have it in play. Sad that I had to not deal damage to the Avatar too. But it's okay. I had to kill the Coin Nixie because
it was a good call. I agree with that move.
But
definitely,
it felt okay because now this is 6 power. So even if he animates his abundance, it can't kill. Like how I figured with this thing, how can he kill it? So I mean, I'm definitely putting up a fight here. I've been putting pressure the whole game. I've got these serious threats. I have safety from the Death Dealer. But
it's still anyone's game.
JS not giving up. I just figured if I can just attack him for 6, just give me the Balor for 1.
But he could attack you for 5 with the abundance.
Oh yeah, he can do some serious damage. He can even attack with he can attack me for 9. Honestly,
and put you to the door essentially.
At 10.
You're at 10. Okay, so missing 1. Sure. But he's got a toolbox. He's got 3 cards in the Omphalos.
Yeah, no, he's
so he's pretty well stacked, and I'd say pretty well positioned. But definitely that mesmerism really changed the course of the game early on.
Even if he, let's say, killed the Lord of Lies instead of mesmerism did, at least I would have minions that could have still been on the board. I would have 6 more life. So he definitely struck back hard. He let me come in a little bit early, and then he turned the
now the illusionist knows to be able to allow him to get another potential blocker, reoccurring blocker on top of it. So,
and he gets the benefit of the
thunderstorm.
It's a free thunderstorm. Now, of course, that thing will never attack for 4, but I mean, it's still the guaranteed 3 damage here, plus the 5 from the abundance if he wants is 8. I mean, he played 2 spells. He can double animate, and he can.
If he double animates, then it's not guaranteed the thunderstorm will target
sure.
You. So it's a gamble. But he is at 8. And if he doesn't animate his auras, you can attack for 6.
I mean, he should
down to 2.
He should at least attack for 5 with the abundance, right? Yeah, okay, good.
Okay.
Honestly, if like with the thunderbolt, with the thunderstorm there, I would probably crack the toolbox for lightning bolt. Just like, like, don't save it for a zap. I mean, like you bolt me for 3. The thunderstorm ticks down to 2 and kills me, like puts me at door, and then I don't know, you're there again. You're already there with thunderstorm. I can't really move because you're affecting the sites in the vicinity.
Yeah, exactly.
I can play a minion on top, so then maybe you wish you had zap, but like I don't know.
Drown.
Oh yeah, drown is rough because of the stupid flood makes my molten Mara a water site.
Yeah, exactly.
That feels like cheating. So so he used the toolbox for that purpose. Now he can attack for 4.
Okay. Yeah.
There you go. And then perfect. So he found nice. He found a better line actually. Amazing. Good for him.
But now he has to roll to see.
Oh yeah.
Okay. He gets you to the door.
He just got it. Yeah.
The odds were in his favor.
Yeah, but now it's impossible, right? I'm pretty sure there's no way I can get out of this. I can play a minion and hope that the dice roll doesn't work in his favor again, right?
And then you gotta play site.
So
it's
interesting to come full circle to how not having a site on square 19 is now causing me a problem because I can't move out of the thunderstorm. But if I did have one, then the flood can just attack into it too. So it's all bad. It's all bad.
No, I think the site placement, the way you did it was correct. I mean, not allowing him to animate his auras in your territory, him having to stay in the middle to back row, I think, so I think the way you position the sites are correct.
Except for maybe the Den of Evil, right? That was maybe a little bit ambitious.
A little too aggressive, a little too ambitious. It caused you maybe a little bit of problems. But
like again, like I didn't, if I would have gotten anything that charged or dealt more pressure, like I invoked Steam Druid and then did nothing that was aggressive in this game, right? No hippogriffs, no Saracens, no ruler, no.
So you see what I mean? Like now he has Garden of Eden, but he has the Omphalos, so now he can't draw anymore.
Yeah, but again, it's like at this point in the game, does it matter?
At this point in the game, but if you get it early on, it feels really bad.
But like imagine now, right? Like I can't draw cards to get out of this. Right, so he's gonna like win next turn potentially, and like I can't get out of it by drawing cards now. So if anything, like I think it's like actually pretty decent. No, like it's not. I mean, of course, if he would have got this 5 turns ago, it's a different story. But here it is.
So it all comes down to the.
So we did 1, 2, 3 on the Corruptor and 4, 5, 6 on the Vampire, same as before. And my deck cheats me by blocking the dice and killing me. Bah.
Well, overall, it was a pretty good game. I find that.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good. It forced me into a position I didn't want to be in, but then I still tried to. But then you see, like I dealt 3 more damage to him after the mesmerism, and then I just stopped dealing damage to him.
Yeah, I mean, you did put up a good fight, but I mean, definitely the tides changed when that mesmerism came in, and then he was just able to apply pressure constantly throughout the game. So.
I did. It looked like he was able to do everything he wanted to do with his deck, which is really a good showing for it, and I'm sure it felt really nice. I definitely only got a chance to do half of what my deck wanted to do. Right, I cheated some evil out with my Den of Evils and stuff like this, and I kept playing big boys, but I missed out on all the card draw. I didn't do any filthy card drawing in this game, which is really funny because the game I played before I got on camera with JS, I was playing with Jahome. Archer, and I think I did like 4 or 5 Grandmaster Wizard triggers in that game. It was insane.
That's disgusting.
It was absolutely filth. Like it was pure filth. It was like, I was high on that game. I wanted to come on the camera and do it again. And,
I want to do it again. I want to show the world what I can do, and then what? Yeah. Anyways, but it was still a good showcasing for both avatars. And I think the Corruptor is going to be a pretty solid contender in the competitive scene, honestly.
I think so too. I think you just build it maybe a little bit tighter than how I have all kinds of crazy things going on.
Yeah.
And turning the mortals into evil, it opens up a lot of pathways. This avatar is insane. If you haven't realized it yet, look into it, build it, try it, experience it. Really, I have high hopes for this avatar in the future.
I agree, for sure.
Yeah. And as we said at the beginning, don't forget our big event,
Tournament Grounds,
our first annual event, coming up May 16th. So check out the description and our previous video. And while you're at it, take a look at our playmats too if you're interested in what we're playing on. If oh, there it is, for example.
Yeah, our Evil Red and Otherworldly, and our original
the sand one
is also available.
They're all amazing. They fold perfectly, super convenient for travel. They feel so nice to the touch, and the design is incredible. So, if you're interested, all that information is in the description.
Yeah, with that being said, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, looking forward to the next video.